what did I eat on the raw diet reset? That might be, of that video, that must be the number one question. I do talk about what I eat, but I first want to explain why it's not a lot of information about what I ate, or maybe what people are looking for. For one, I have to explain that the reason why I started that raw diet reset was to break up with a bad relationship that I had with food. I obviously, if you get to 400 pounds, you obviously don't have control over what you're eating, or you just decide that there's no need to have control over what you're eating. And so when I decided I needed to do a reset, it first wasn't about curing my conditions like the diabetes and all of that. It was about me breaking up with the relationship that I had with food. It was about me deciding that I wasn't going to let food or the thought of food or control my life. And also, I needed to understand or relearn what food was. Fuel for the body, nourishment for the body, and not necessarily what I had trained myself to understand food to be. So for me, food was comfort, food was celebration, food was communication, food was a friend and a very bad boo. It was a very bad relationship that I had. So when I decided to go raw, the reason why is because I needed to relearn what food's purpose was in my life. And for me, if, just thinking how extreme I can be, if somebody said originally, because I tried all the diets, but if I was going to go high protein, low carb at the time, or keto at the time, that means I would have ordered me a whole cow. I would have ordered a whole cow from the Amish market, had that thing in my 3 deep freezers that I had in my house at the time, and been eating tons of meat. That doesn't mean that I learned how to have a relationship with food. I learned how to cheat the relationship, to sneak him in the window, if you will. So for me, that raw food diet was me trying to learn that if I ate, and my body got nourishment, got nutrients, got vitamins, and to deal with it. Get over it. And not think about what I had or what I'm about to have to eat. When I went to shop for my food, I went to the produce section, and the produce section only. There was no need for me to go past anything in the produce section, because that was where I lived, over there in produce. Occasionally I would go get my bottles of water, but that's it. There was no need for me to go beyond the produce aisle or the produce section, because everything that I needed to consume for the next 90 days was in that section. So when I thought about doing this reset, and what I was attempting to accomplish, which I did, was to learn that if I ate some lettuce, it was good for the moment. If I ate a piece of fruit, it was good for that moment. If I didn't have to have rice with drizzled garlic, butter, and all that other stuff. I didn't have to have nothing. I didn't have to have potatoes. I didn't have to have French fries. I didn't have to have noodles. I didn't have to have pasta in order to feel like I ate, because I actually ate like the way the ancestors ate. So that was the point. And the point was for me to not be so super focused on what I was going to eat. Because remember, I was breaking up. This was a bad relationship. The relationship that you need to let go of, the boo that you can't get away. They always have you stuck on stupid. That's how I was with food. I was stuck on stupid. So even if I had a meal, I'd be like, I feel like I didn't eat. Like I needed to have a certain type of food, some sauce, some butter, something with juices in it, in order to feel like I ate. And so I needed to break up with that. I needed to understand that if I have a few strawberries, a salad, some nuts, and some berries, that I was good. I had a meal, and it nourished me, and that it was okay. So that's why I didn't go as far as creating no menus, because that would have been me focused on planning around when I'm going to eat, and then I would be super hyper focused on food again. And I needed to not be super hyper focused on food. I need to understand that food was nourishment, and it was nourishment for my body to give me nutrient and vitamins so I can continue to move forward. That I didn't need to have a certain type of food, or that I needed to eat at this time or at this interval, or at these. I didn't need to go by nothing on no menu, because everything I was eating was in the produce section. And these are not high calories. That means I can eat the whole produce section. I can eat whatever was raw and not cooked, that I can have it abundantly, and I was going to be okay. Now, I didn't want to eat it abundantly. That was the problem. That's what I was trying to solve, is that I didn't want that boo. I wanted that one over there, the one that's saucy, juicy, and had all the butter and the garlic and stuff. I wanted that one. I didn't want no lettuce. I didn't want a nut. I didn't want a lettuce. I didn't want a celery stick. I didn't want anything over there. But I had to learn to accept it as it was. Nourishment for my body, a source of vitamins for my body that gave me what I needed to get. And the other thing, and you learn about this in intermittent fasting, which I am all in on intermittent fasting. I can't not do it now. But you learn that at that point in time, at 400 something pounds, you realize how much body fat that you have on your body. Do you realize that inside your fat cells are all kind of nutrients, all leftover butters and juices and garlics and meat and potatoes that you done had for all these years? And so your body will use that as a source of food as well. It won't even get into your muscles and stuff like that. But for me, when I started learning that, and I started to get, after I got through, and when I talk in the video, after I got through like the first 15, not that I was happy about eating lettuce, well, not that I was happy about some celery stick, because I wasn't. And it was that I started to forget that I didn't have the steak and the rice and the pasta and the potatoes and whatever. I felt okay. And that was the lesson to be learned. The lesson was to learn how to have a positive, and I keep repeating this because I get a lot of comments about that I'm not saying what I ate every day. You know what I ate? Lettuce, apples, low glycemic. You want to know why I focused on low glycemic fruits? Because I like pineapples, I like watermelon and all that, because I was diabetic. And I had to be really sensitive to the fact that I could send myself up or down on my sugar levels. So I was being really cautious about high glycemic fruits. Now, there's some people that would juice all day. That's not me. I needed to be very careful about what I was consuming and what the body would think was happening. Even though I was diabetic before, I still had my butter pecan ice cream, and I ate anything I wanted. I didn't care if I was diabetic. I ate everything I wanted to eat. But because I was going on this reset, I wanted to train. I didn't want the body to remember, because the body is so smart. I didn't want the body to remember what it felt like to get that sugar high and to spike my levels. I didn't want that. So I was being very careful. And of course I was following along with my doctor, not just making stuff up along the way. But I purposely chose not to have high glycemic fruit. Now, I can't tell you what to have there, but that was for me because I was being very careful about the fact that I did have a few conditions that I needed to be mindful of. But what I would eat would be apples, all the apples, fruits, berries, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, sometimes a cherry or so. That, whenever they was in season. I don't even remember if I ate a lot of cherries or not, because they're sweet. I don't think I would have ate a whole bunch of cherries, because that's not my thing anyway. But I did eat fruit in the forms of apples and berries, low glycemic. No high glycemic fruit. I didn't even have melon or cantaloupe. I had cantaloupe one day. I remember this because I like cantaloupe. I had cantaloupe one day, And I remember it gave me such a head rush that I didn't eat it anymore within those 90 days. But salads and vegetable trays became my thing. It's not sexy. It's not sexy at all to just be eating vegetable trays all day long. It's not sexy, a salad, because I couldn't even put on it like the things I would have put on it, like cheese and, shredded cheese and all that other stuff I would use to put on salads. So I couldn't even do that. So it really was like a dry salad, lemon juice. That's it. And I'm telling you, that's it. Like, I would be thinking about, let me just eat this raw asparagus and it's going to be so yummy. I would be trying to psych myself up to eat this yummy asparagus stick. And cucumber. Oh, cucumber. Y'all know, I don't know if this is hood or not, but anyway, cucumbers with vinegar. That's a thing. Cucumbers with vinegar. Because we used to eat that on the stoop. Cucumbers with vinegar became a snack. And vinegar with the mother in it, so not any of that. So that would be what I would eat. I would eat salads or salad components, like the veggie trays. And then I would eat, and some people, they can eat like sushi, and if it's raw, you can eat it. But I didn't want to. I just wanted to have fruits and vegetables, because I needed to relearn how to have a proper relationship with food. Yeah, so that's what I ate. And it's nothing more than that. That's what I ate. I ate whatever was in the produce section that I wanted to eat, that I felt like my body could handle, such as that I was diabetic, and and no limitation on it. I didn't say, oh, you only can have this. I could have ate 2 heads of lettuce. Fine. I could have ate all the cucumbers. You can have avocado. That's beautiful. Avocado is great because it feels meaty, if you will. And then whatever's in there, all the bags of salads, but without the croutons and all the other things that we're having there. This is what you just have to do. You just have to make a decision that you're going to eat this way, and then do it. There is no menu. There was no menu for me. Maybe there might be other people that have a menu, but I decided that I wasn't going to create a menu, and I wasn't going to follow a menu. I wasn't going to try to figure it out, because I needed to learn not to focus on food. And for me, focusing on food is my demise. When I start thinking about what I'm going to eat, because that's all I used to do, is I would be eating, thinking about what I was going to be eating the next meal. And the next meal was only, a few hours away, if that, because I would be snacking in between. Especially if I was doing work on the computer, I was working on a project for work or whatever, I always would snack, food. I'd be thinking, where's my snack? I need a snack. So for me, it was about stop with the relationship with this boo that you can't stop thinking of. And it's the one that smell good, that dresses real nice. It's that kind of boo. And I needed to not have that relationship anymore. So having a menu was like me having the time that he's coming over. Having a plan was like that. Like, oh, I'll see my boo on Friday. Let me get myself ready because we're going out. I didn't want that. I just needed to know that there was some lettuce, and it's not what I wanted, but it's what I had. And I had to learn to accept that. And that's a real thing. That's real. That's how bad of a problem I have with eating, or I had with eating. Right now it's under control, but I told you that sometimes she be trying to come back. Boo be trying to come back too, be talking to me, but I don't listen. So at that time, I needed to get myself straight and not focus on food, but focus on other things. What other things that I need to worry about? I need to worry about exercise. I need to worry about self-care, skincare, meditation. Like, I had to learn those things all over again, not just what I'm going to be eating tonight. You see, and another thing is, like, sometimes even in our relationships with friends or spouses or or even meetings at work. I'm worrying about what we're going to eat. What we're going to eat. What we eating tonight. My husband and I are like, what's for dinner tonight? You know, and it's constantly, but we've got to the point that we don't even talk about it. We just happen upon some food. What's for dinner? Whatever I cook. That's it. So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to be able to answer that question, and I will answer all of your questions, but I really want to drive that point home that I didn't have a menu. I didn't have a meal. If you were to see me grab the lettuce and sit there and eat it like it was popcorn. I know, it ain't sexy. It ain't cute. It ain't cute. But I learned to accept that as a source of fuel for my body so that I can break up with the fact that I felt like I needed to have this, and this, because I don't. And I didn't, and I don't now. I don't need to have that. And knowing that I was super obese, or morbidly obese was what my paperwork said, I hated that. Morbidly obese, super fluffy, swole all the way around. I had enough nutrients stored on my body that would have lasted for months, maybe years. I still do. There's some parts of me that I can survive on it. I can survive. So I needed to realize that intellectually, scientifically, medically, and emotionally, spiritually, all of the leads. I needed to recognize what I was doing to myself, where I was mentally, what was happening with my body, and what decisions I was making, how I was psyching myself up and out, so that I could learn to have a proper relationship with a source of fuel. Some of us are more in tune to what gasoline we put in our vehicles, in our cars, than the fuel for your body. You'll be like, I never put 87 in my car. I drive a Mercedes. I don't put no 87, but you would put all the trash in your body, and you need your body to drive the vehicle. That's what I was trying to solve, is understanding my priorities with me. Anyway, but thank you for asking the question. I hope that helped clarify. I don't have any problem clarifying it even more, but it may seem like a foreign topic when you say, I just grabbed a head of lettuce, I washed it up, and I put it in a bowl, and I sat there and ate it. Yeah, dipped it in vinegar sometimes. I would find crafty ways to figure out how to make it fun, because I needed to develop a good relationship with the new way of entertaining food. And I know it just sounds crazy. It does, because it was. It does sound crazy, but I want you to understand that that's what I needed to do for me. I needed to do that, and on the other side of it, I won. I won that battle. I won the challenge. I won the situation. I am in control, and I am in charge, and that was the whole point. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for the questions. I love it, because it makes me think about, I never thought that would, that needed further clarity, but now I'm learning how to communicate better to be able to support and help you. So thank you for all of that, and until next time, peace. Let's get out of here.